Good evening to everyone and happy weekend.
Hello, good evening, viewers. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you're watching for, whichever time you'll be watching. Welcome to RMT, where it is sizzling hot, interactive, and transforming. We have been looking at the series, The Male Figure, and last week we looked at the first part of The Colleague. In the episode last week, we learned that cordial relationship enhance productivity. And we're going to continue in the second part of The Colleague in this episode. And in the studio, we have our co-hosts, and we have Mr. Oluwalere. Good evening, sir.
Good evening to everyone. Happy weekend.
And also in the studio is Pastor Adegoke. Good evening, sir.
Evening, ma. How are you today?
Very well, sir. Good to have you. And
Yes,
also
ma'am.
in the studio is Dr. Samuel. Dr. Samuel, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Good evening.
Yes. So we're going to continue from where we stopped last week. So I was discussing over the week with someone, and this thing came up that why do people suddenly become sensible when they lose power? I'm going to start with you, Mr. Oluwalere. When people when they have authority, they tend to be unreasonable at times. But when they lose power, they become reasonable. Why?
Well, in most instances, when you don't do something, you don't value it. So you discover a lot of people, when they hold power, they believe they are equal to God. Remember, one of the reasons why Satan was sent to the world was trying to equate himself with God. So you discover when some people hold powers, they become arrogant. But the moment they lose it, their senses come back to them. And that's why you see at a point when power is lost, their eyes become clear, and then their senses come back to them. But the moment that power gets to them, it changes their senses. It's only few, highly negligible number of people that will hold power and will not lose their senses. I think maybe we need to begin to do a kind of orientation so that people will know the importance of power, so that people will know even without power you still need to be humble. People should learn lessons from people like late President Mandela, so that you should know holding power gives you a lot of things that you must consider. Now, when you have power, you should know you put yourself to God. When you have power, let your senses calm down and be humble with such power. I think that's what I can give for now. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. When people lose power, they gain their sense. That's beautiful to know. Pastor Adegoke, sir, I want
Hello,
you to
ma.
address the issue of high level of wickedness among colleagues. People go to the extent of going diabolic when in the office. What would you advise people with regards to that?
Thank you very much, ma. From my personal experience, it's purely rivalry, jealousy, selfishness. Oh yes. So, what's the question again? What's the question again, please?
The high level of wickedness among colleagues.
Oh yes. So people tend to be wicked or arrogant, at our work places, because we can go to the any extent. A lady can go to the any extent to sleep with her bosses or our managers, and because they just want to be at the top, because they want to push out their contemporaries. They can even go to the end of going to the voodoos, the juju people, let me use a local language, to destroy a fellow colleague. They can even put a fellow colleague into trouble just because they want to be known. They want to be recognized at all cost. They want to be, oh, who is here? Yeah, I'm the one. Who is here? I am, all those things. So naturally, Bible says naturally we are wicked human beings, So we can set ourselves up as well, even in the military, even in the civil service. We can set ourselves up because we want to get rid of your contemporary. So people go to extra length to destroy their fellow colleagues, even in the ministry. I mean, in the church settings, we go behind the pastor or a fellow pastor serving under a big under a big church to destroy the image, of a fellow pastor. So naturally, we human beings, we are so wicked, and a wicked person, what do you expect anyway? Definitely, they will go into diabolical way, to get things done. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yes,
Dr. Samuel, please, I want you to help us to address the issue of favorism in the place of work.
Thank you very much. Favorism. People must surely have favorite. Maybe because the person is hardworking, or is always on ground, or is dependable, or is show high level of initiative when carrying out his duty. Well, if you happen to be favored, you have to be careful. Everybody will be looking. People may incite jealousy, and if you happen not to be favored, someone else is favored, just put in your best. Do the best you can, because most of the time there are some people in an establishment that they cannot just be you can't just do without them. They show high level of competency, and there is no way, if you are heading an establishment, you will not show favoritism towards such people, because they are always dependable. Imagine you having a junior that you can commit work to the hand and you can go to sleep without bothering yourself. So favoritism will always come to play in any establishment. Thank you.
All right, sir. Pastor Adegoke, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Still on this issue of favorism, sometimes it is overdrawn. Maybe you now use because you like somebody against the other people. Some other people will do some things you take it seriously. Meanwhile, if it's the one that is favored, they will do something that is bad and it will be overlooked. Things that other people will do, or things that other people that others will do, that they will be punished. The one favored will be overlooked.
To be honest, the word favoritism has been in existence right from the day of our Lord Jesus Christ. Christ has 12 disciples. We remember he took 3 to the Mount of Transfiguration. James, Peter, and John. Am I making any point?
Yes.
So it has been there. Even parents as well. We can favor even twins. We can favor, the first one, compared to the second one. So it's always there. There's a spirit behind it. and the person in charge or who favors has only him or her knows the reason why he favors such, that person. Am I communicating?
Yes, sir.
It's with him. Like Jacob and Esau in the Bible too. You can see the story very well. One is being favored, the other one is being disfavored. So is a sensitive question, to be honest. For those that have two wives as well, they be like one. They are both wives. Get me right. Both the both women has issues. I mean children, but your husband will still favor one than the other one. So it's to me personally, I don't know. Is the favoritism lies within the person in charge of that particular situation.
All right. Thank you so much, sir.
Sorry, but you may ask yourself, hello, man, you may ask yourself, why did Christ pick John, James, and John to the Mount of Transfiguration? Is Christ, after all, Peter, how do I put it? Deny Christ 3 times, we know the story very well. In spite of that one, he still favors him. So the person who favors, knows the reason why he favors, that particular person. So only God knows.
But does that mean at the same time we shouldn't give everybody the same opportunity?
To be honest, with all sincerity, when favoritism sets in, we cannot give everybody equal opportunity. It's impossible. I'm gonna be honest with you.
All right, sir. But is that fair on the other part? On the other party?
Never. It's ungodly, to be honest. It's not good. It's like we are looking down on somebody, the other person. You are telling him or her that it's not up to date, it's inferior, it's not up to date. Like emotionally, you have killed that person. So it's not good at all. It's not a good thing.
Thank you so much, sir. I'm coming to you, Dr. Samuel, sir. Dr. Samuel? Yes, the issue of victimization. Some people are victimized at work, probably maybe because their boss does not like them. How do we address that?
Well, victimization has been on over the years. For one reason or the other, it may be people may not like you because of your belief, because of your faith, because of your character, or one thing or the other. But be that as it may, if people don't like you, the question you should ask yourself is that why don't they like me? You ask yourself sincere question and answer it. If some of the things reason they don't like you are things they are modifiable factors. Like if you come late to work, people complain you come late or you are lazy. They are modifiable. You can modify that to gain people's confidence. If because you are lazy, you can modify that. But there are some parts of your life that you cannot modify. People may also not like you because you're hardworking. They may also not like you because you will not compromise your stand. If why they don't like you is what you cannot modify, just have to continue doing what you are doing. The truth is that everybody cannot like you. If everybody should like you, you have a problem. Everybody cannot like you. You should know that. There was a part of the Bible where Jesus Christ said that they wanted to make him king. The Bible said he didn't give his heart to them because he knew all men's hearts. He knew why they were pushing him to be king. They wanted to be fed, but just didn't come for that. And he rejected because that was not part of his plan. So if you are being victimized, ask yourself why. If what you are doing is good and you are being victimized, then you have to continue doing what is good. But if you are being victimized or things are going wrong because of what you can modify, I think it's better you modify it. Remember, the only thing that is constant is the truth. So if what you are doing is the truth, is right, it will always be right. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Yes, I'm coming to you, sir. Mitalu Aliri, sir. Yes, I want us to address the issue of sexual harassment in the place of work. Mr. Oluwalere, sir. Mr. Lualere, can you hear me, sir?
I think the network is bad there.
Okay, okay, sir. Pastor Adegoke, please can you help us with that question? Sexual harassment in the place of work.
It's a big factor. With all honesty, we both, harass ourselves sexually, both male and female.
So
When,
it's
yeah, to be honest, but so in this part of the world where I'm living, by the grace of God, even though a lady dressed nakedly, quote unquote, and you tend to make some moves, they'll still blame you. You can as well close your eyes and start do what you're supposed to do. But we are all human beings. Blood still flows in our system. Just like the days of David, King David. We know the story very well. He saw the nakedness of that lady, and he was enticed. Suppose that lady dressed properly, I'm sure David will not make any move. So likewise, you and I, when our ladies tends to be, look sexy, a man will definitely make moves. That's just the truth about the matter. But in law, it's not permitted with all sincerity. However, as a Christian, spirit-filled, we can make a covenant with our eyes, with our ears, that I will not do this thing, just like Joseph in the house of Potiphar. So, at our working place, there must be a policy on ground to the extent of the clothes you can be wearing at workplace. You cannot be wearing something that that are meant for maybe party, clubhouse, to a workplace. So people definitely will be enticed in one way or the other. Your manager will look after you. Your colleagues too will be making some moves as well. So I think the ladies in particular must be modest in their in their dressing and in their interaction. They should have a limit to what they can do in the office. Have I answered your question, ma?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Yes.
Dr. Salma, please. Okay, still on this issue of sexual harassment, let's assume the person that is harassed, maybe male or female, still all thing in place, and yet this other person still insists. How do you handle such situation?
Thank you very much. The first thing about there is no way you will not be harassed, no matter who you are. It's not based on the fact that maybe you are beautiful, you are ugly, you're dressing. Sometimes people may want to harass you. The first thing you must know is that you must learn how to make your no capital no. I mean, if you are saying no, let it be no. Most people that want to harass you, they want to see how you can put up resistance against the harassment. So if ab initio you are not interested, it should be no. That's number one. Number two, you have to monitor where you go to. You can't tell someone that you don't want to be harassed and it's inviting you for a lunch and you are going. No. You will tell the person point blankly, I'm not interested in going. So what you want should be clear in your mind. Most of us, even we say we are being harassed, you claim you don't like what is going on, and you've not muster up enough strength to make your stance clear on something. Listen, when people know that you are no nonsense person, you don't bend, you are rigid, most people will not want to come your way. Even others will want them, don't cross that path. She doesn't like that. But someone is making passes at you, is making advancement, and maybe because you are enjoying it or you want it to continue, you are saying no with your mouth, but in your action, you are still shining the green light, leading to the person in law. You will be harassed, and there's nothing you will do about it. So you should know that you can't stop a bird from flying over your head. but you can stop that bird from perching on your head. People will harass you, but how you manage it is very important because it will not stop. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Welcome back, Mr. Lualere. Your network is not so good today. Yes, sir, I'm coming to you on this question on the issue of emotional relationship at work. How should it be managed? Two people agree to have emotional relationship. Two colleagues are in a relationship. How should it be handled? Mr. Lualere, can you hear me, sir? Mr. Lualere. His network. Pastor Adigobe, please, can you help us with that question, sir? His network is so bad.
Emotional is a
Relationship at work.
sorry.
Emotional
Yeah, at work.
relationship at work. Yeah.
Yes.
How should it be handled?
Yes, actually, is very abstract. It's invisible, but we can see it manifesting physically. But the best thing, if you don't have interest in anybody, don't discuss your issues with him or her. He may, feel, he may pity you. Out of pity, a lot of things will be coming or be setting in, little by little, gradually. Before you know, after years and years, you'll be really attached to him or her emotionally. When you marry your wife or your husband initially, there's still some gaps. After years of marriage, because you live together, you do everything together, you'll be emotionally attached to one another. Am I communicating now?
Yes,
So
sir.
on attempt to break that barrier, don't discuss your issues. Don't move too close to mainly opposite sexes, to be honest. Otherwise, when you attach, to detach is always a difficult thing. Like a person who is a smoker, who has formed the habit, years and years back. To let it go becomes so burden. It will be so difficult. So attaching yourself to somebody emotionally, either sharing pictures, sharing text messages, communication, go out for lunch or dinner, before you know, it becomes so burdensome between two of them. So the best thing is for you not to discuss your issues, create a big gap between the opposite sex or any person you don't want to attach to. Thank you, ma.
How about in the case the two people are interested that they are in a relationship and they are colleagues? How should they handle? Should they go ahead and make it known to everybody that we are dating and make it a point of distraction in the place of work?
That's a very good question. Here in England, to be honest with you, we don't hide things. When you have boyfriend, tell people all over, everybody will know you have a boyfriend. They don't play pranks about their relationship. You see them going out together, holding their hands in the office or at office, whatever. You see them always together. But back, in our own culture, Africa, we can hide our relationship for years. But in this part of the world, it's not possible. It's part of the relationship. They don't hide it. You make it known to everybody. Go to social media to advertise yourself, and that's just it. So it will somehow affect your work definitely. But at the same time, no, we can't help it. Bless you, man.
Thank you so much, sir. Yes, Mr. Lolere, can you hear me now, please? Hello, sir.
Well, I'm hearing you, even though I've lost for
Okay, now we can
the
hear
major
you.
part of the discussion. This is the network. Yeah, it has come up
Yeah, I was
again. I'm
going to
sorry.
tell you that if you're not able
Yeah.
to hear you, you should switch up your system and restart it. Thank God we can hear you now.
I
So
have
please,
done it many times.
it's the network, but thank God we can hear you now. So this next question goes to you that what is your take about couples should not work in the same organization? There's some organization, if you are dating and you decide to get married today, one of you must go. or if you're a couple, you will not employ your partner in the same organization. What's your take about that?
There are two ways to it. To me, it is true some organizations don't like that, but there are some organizations that allow it. But to me, either you work in the same office or not, it depends on you yourself. The only thing I will really advise against is for the two of you being in the same department. Reason.
Okay.
One, if you have an issue at home and the two of you come
His network is very bad today. Hello. Okay, first, Dr. Samuel.
It's been there for long.
Dr. Samuel, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, please, can you look at it in this angle? Couples as colleague, how should it be handled?
Well, couples as colleague. There are different reasons why some organization will never allow couples to be colleagues.
but no how, depending on
One of
those
them
who are
is
involved.
that it can actually,
It's back. Hello, sir.
You see me?
Mr. Oluwale is like his line is back, but he's gone again. Dr. Samuel, you can continue, sir.
so there are reasons why organization will kick against couple being colleagues. It has its pros and its cons. Like couple being colleagues means that people could team up to commit fraud. Most of the places where they don't want them to work in the same place, they are finance houses or that have to do with financial firms, the bank, insurance, and the like. They believe that when there are such relationship exists in those financial institutions, they can usually perpetuate fraud. That's why they don't allow it. However, some also consider the fact that it will hamper the work. Let me give you an example. I have junior colleagues, two of them, they work in the same department, a training department. The husband will be the one as doctors doing all the calls because he wants the wife to rest. Whereas two of them are supposed to be exposed to training, and the husband is the one doing the work because he wants the wife to take care of the kids at home. So that can also affect the work. Just like Pastor Oluwalere was saying before now, most organizations will not frown at it. They allow them to work, but not in the same department or not in the same unit, because this will surely affect, productivity most of the time. So people don't just want them work separately. In fact, when you work in the same unit, you will come home, you will bring the work home. The work continue at home. The discussion in that unit still continue at home. So many people do not really like it that two people work at home. But if your organization does not have any law against you colleagues being couple, you can allow it, but you must know that it can actually affect your productivity. It can affect relationship. Sometimes you must be able to separate your work from home. I know of two, a couple, one is a doctor, the other one is a nurse. When there was crisis between the nurses in the hospital and the doctor, they fought at home just because there was a carryover of what is going on in the hospital at home. It doesn't have to be. So most of us, what we do is that when I'm going home, I just drop every problem pertaining to the work, drop it at the gate. I'll come back and pick it the next morning. So it has its own advantages and disadvantages. But if you find yourself, but in the era where job is not readily available and where you could get job is where your partner is, well, you have no choice than to take it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Pastor Oluwalere, can we come back to you, sir?
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
you can go on, sir.
Unfortunately, I've been losing so many ingredients that Dr. Tony Samuel and Pastor Niyi Adegoke have been saying. Most of the time, my data goes off. I'll be my network. But whatever being the case, most of the time, there is no way it will not affect productivity. Like Dr. Femi has just said,
Oh, the network is gone again. Okay, you're back. Oh,
if they
uh,
have any issue at home, that should come to the office.
the network is so bad from your end. It's frozen. I don't know if others can hear, but it's frozen here. Pastor Adegoke, can you hear him, sir?
Yes, ma. I'm with you, ma.
Can you hear Pastor Lualere?
Not at all. No.
It's frozen. It's frozen. It's frozen. Okay. Hello, sir.
Hello, ma.
And he's still talking. It's frozen. Probably he didn't know that. So let's allow him to land so that we can continue from there. All right, sir. Okay, it's going to tally. So I want us to finally, what does female colleague need to understand about their male colleague? What do you think female colleague needs to understand about their male colleague? Because I know some female, they have issues working with some male, maybe as their superior or as their junior staff. Some male feel like they equate their colleague to their wife at home. You are just like my wife at home, so why should you give me as in? No, some people have issue with that. What should female colleague? What do they need to understand about their male colleague? Pastor Adegoke, sir.
Officially, there should be a standard, anywhere we are working, either private sector, public sector, government, there should be a standard. And to be honest, we don't have to compare and contrast a female, personnel with your wife at home, nor a male personnel, with your husband at home. So there must be a set up standard, anything besides those things, is uncalled for. It's not good. It demoralizes, somebody's ego, somebody's ambition, somebody's inputs. So I don't think such issue exists at all at our workplaces. It's not a good thing at all. It's like in the ministry, maybe you are comparing two pastors under you. This one has anointing better than this one. Can you imagine such statements? How it will affect the other person you are trying to look as if it's not up to date in his activities. So I don't think so, to be honest. It's not good at all, in fairness.
So what's your advice for female working with male? What are the things they need to understand to be able to have good working relationship with their male colleagues?
Each gender has their peculiarities. So, as a mature, worker, there are a lot of expectation, both negative and positive. And more so, since you are just there to work and go to your home, expect anything at all, either good or bad. But the ability to manage it is very, very important. And that comes the maturity. Like we are working, we have females, we have male, we have elderly people, we have different cultures, Asian, American, Canada. But however, I know your limit. I know what what you possess, you have is inside of you. I'm used to different people's accent, and therefore they are used to my accent too. So we balance each other. We don't have to take any offense because it's a teamwork. The ultimate is for us to achieve. So either I'm down or up, the purpose is for us to achieve a better goal at the end of the day.
Thank you so much, sir. Dr. Samuel, what does female colleague need to understand about their male colleagues so that they can have good working relationship?
The masculine gender generally just wants you to respect them. If you respect your male colleague, I'm sure they will adore you. When respect is automatic, you respect your male colleague. There is no need to form a level of competition with a male colleague or the masculine gender. There is no need, because the female gender is enhanced with the ability to survive under any condition. They can multitask. So what you need to do for a man, not to compete with you, to respect that man. When you respect that man, automatically the man will treat you like a woman. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. It's been a wonderful series and a topic to dealing with colleague, both male and female. So I want us to give our viewers a final word on the issue of relating with colleague in order to have high productivity at work. What's your final word for people? Pastor Adegoke, sir, what's your final word for people to relate, to have good relationship with their colleague for good productivity in the place of work?
My final word is we should work, as a team, cooperate with, one another, know each other's weaknesses, and trying to support one another. Then, with those things, we can achieve a better output. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. Dr. Samuel, what's your final word for people to have good work relationship for high productivity?
Just see relationship as a seed in which you have to nurture to grow. God didn't create us in isolation, and we can't live in isolation. We live in the midst of people. So you must be able to invest in a relationship to enjoy your working environment. If we are always at loggerheads with people, you will feel we are out and you'll be tired. You won't enjoy that environment. And everybody likes to stay where he's being loved. So let's invest much in our relationship to have cordial relationship in our environment. And to come back to us, we will have a lot to enjoy about it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. It's been a wonderful time, and we are glad that we have been able to address some of the issues that relate to people working in the place of work. And I want to believe that the viewers have learned a lot of things in relation to work and relationship with our colleagues. Today, we have been told that when power is lost, some people come to their senses. So we shouldn't allow power to get into our head for the fact that you have one position or one authority or you're one step ahead of of your other colleague doesn't mean that you should treat them unreasonably. And we also learn that in times of sexual harassment, when you say no, let your no be strong no. Don't say no. You're saying no and you're acting yes. Stand your ground. Say what you're saying. And we also learn that for us to enjoy good work relationship, we must invest in our relationship so that we can enjoy your place of work, so that we can have good working relationship. And it's where we're going to stop today. And we hope to see you again for another episode the same time next week. Bye for now. Dr. Samuel, bye.
Bye-bye.
Have a wonderful night, friend.
Pastor, sir? Okay. Pastor Adegoke, sir. Good night, sir.
God bless. Yes, ma.
All
Lovely
right.
weekend, ma. Yes,
You
ma.
too. Have a wonderful weekend and see you next week. Bye.
God grace. Bye, ma.